So if you don't go into CB Desk every day, you probably should. There's such good information in here. And really what's important today is to just kind of show you the highlights, show you how I utilize CB Desk, and then ask you to share it with your agents. The agents really should be getting in here. It's an amazing tool brought to us from the brand, and it gets us to all of our other amazing tools that the brand has to offer. What's not found in Desk are things that the Schmidt family companies provides, like the Google Workspace, listings to leads, testimonial tree, Cole Realty. Some of those other products that the Schmidt family of companies brings to our agents is found in Schmidt Resources. But Desk has everything from the Coldwell Banker brand. It has MoxieWorks, it has Marketing Center, it has Prospect Square, it has Market Quest, Leads Engine, ListSync. Everything brought to us from the brand is found here in Desk. But there's also a lot of other information outside of where the tiles are in the middle of the screen that I just kind of want to point out because not everybody goes there. Not everybody's aware of all the information that's in here. So let me go ahead and minimize this so I can see my whole screen. So there's some major parts here in the desk that we just want to point out. Of course, your apps are very important. You know, you can drop and drag these. You can put them in any order you want. There's search functionality. You can go to list view. You do your custom sort. You have your waffle up here in the corner. You can get to all your apps that way as well. You can even go into settings that will allow you to hide apps that you don't want to see because you don't use them, or it can add apps that maybe you aren't seeing. Now, a major known issue is the MoxieWorks tile, which I have front and center because I'm in there every day. Sometimes an agent will go missing. It doesn't mean they don't have access to it. It just means their tile goes missing. It's a pretty easy fix, but we can't do it. It has to be done through the help desk. So in the lower right corner, where'd he go? Let me click in here. Oh, where'd my help button go? Okay. Usually it's in the lower right corner, decide not to show up, but you can get there from right here in the question mark. You can just submit a ticket. You can email help@coldwellbanker.com. They have an 877 number you can call. However you want to contact the help desk, let them know the agent's MoxieWorks tile is missing, and they can usually bring it back pretty darn quick. But that is a known issue that we've been struggling with some agents. So don't hesitate to reach out to myself or others, but do know that you can go ahead and submit a help desk ticket and they'll be able to clear that up. The little bell here has special notifications. So if there's going to be outages, if they're working on the system, if they've added something new, all of that will be in your bell for your notifications to let you know there's something important. On your favorites tab, you can actually manipulate these. So you can favorite things that are found in Desk, or you can actually also add other links. So if your agents want Desk to be one-stop shop and they want to be able to get everywhere else, including Schmidt Resources, their MLS, maybe their tax records, you can actually add links here in the favorites list as well. So even though those products aren't found in Desk, you can actually utilize Desk to keep yourselves organized. So that's a pretty good feature that not a lot of agents know about. Upper right corner here by the headshot, you can get to your profiles and to your settings. I'd like to point out the settings, most specifically for the notifications. We all get a lot of email, right? I get it. We all get a ton of email. Some agents don't like to actually get the CB brief sent to them. They can toggle that off here. They can always go back into Desk and get that information. But if they want to toggle that CB briefs email off, in settings, in notifications, they or you guys can toggle that off. That way, when you want to get the information, you can come in here over to the left, go into CB brand, CB briefs, and all of that information will be in here, but it will shut off that email. So again, it's just personal preference, how you want to get the information, but it's all really good information that we highly, highly recommend that you as staff and also our agents go in and look at every day. So that is all things in the upper right corner. If you're ever in here clicking around and you're just like, I need to reset, I don't even know where I'm at, you can always just click on Desk in the upper left corner. It'll bring back your dashboard here. So just like you have the opportunity to go into settings from your app's waffle in the upper right corner, you can also go to show less or show all. So if you're missing tiles and you're like, where are they? If it says show all, click on it. It'll bring up all of the other ones that are hidden. And you can go into add app here. So if an agent does come to you and says, my MoxieWorks tile is missing, I need to get in there, I need to do X, Y, and Z. Can you help me? The first thing you want to do is check that add app and make sure it's not just hidden, because sometimes agents will turn off an app and not even realize it, right? It's an error click. It all happens to all of us. So you want to go into here where it says add app and just make sure it's not an option. If it is an option, just click on it and it'll pull it right back into on the dashboard. You also have the search functionality at the top. What would you like to find today? Well, super friendly, right? I always leave it to everything because I want to know, is there an FAQ? Is there a link to an app? Is there a link to an article? So I leave it on everything, but if you're very specifically looking for things, maybe you need some support, so you're looking for the help center, maybe you want to find out what the new news is on a topic, you can toggle that, but again, I just leave it on everything. So if you're looking for things like leads engine, you can go ahead and type that in. It'll pull down a list of things you can click on, or if you just want to pull up the whole list to peruse what you have, if you click enter, your search results will come up. So you can see all of this information can be found here on any with the words leads engine. If it is an app, it'll tell you, it'll link over. If it's a document, because maybe it's a FAQ or about, it'll show that it's a document here. Excuse me. Clicking on that will pull up whatever that document is, whether it's an FAQ, PowerPoint presentation, a link to an app. Simply click on it from there and it will take you there. Now, again, if you don't know where you're at, click desk, it'll take you back. And then you also have your whole menu over here to the left. If you're not seeing it, you can see how that's a toggle. I leave mine open just because it's easier for me to read what I'm looking at, not remembering what an icon means. But you do have the opportunity to push that over or back as well. So you'll see from here, every one of these menu items has further sub items because there's that down arrow. So clicking on it will bring that up. So again, that's how you can get into your company briefs. You also have a company directory. I don't know if a lot of you people know that yet, but it is in there and it's fed from Dash. So any agent, any staff that's in Dash in your Dash ID. So in Michigan, you have one. Ohio, you have two separate ones. Florida, we have 4 different ones, depending on what your DBA is in Florida. So it's based on your Dash ID, but you can get to your company roster from in here. And again, it's fed from Dash. It should have phone numbers, and then as long as there's an email in the system, you can email them directly from here as well. So it can be a good way to get to people in your company if you're looking for somebody. The policies and procedures and reports, we don't utilize a whole lot. Of course, we keep all of our information either in .loop and app files or over in Schmidt resources. It is there, but again, it's not anything that we actively keep updated with our internal documentation. All of that we house elsewhere. Marketing is chock full of good information. You can see there's advertising. This is where you can go to download the national brand videos. A whole subsection on global luxury. This is where your threshold tool is. If you're trying to figure out what is considered to be global luxury in your zip code, this is where you would go for there. You heard Daniel McCone recently talk about our brand new global luxury website. You can come in here to read more about the FAQs. They have listing presentations and further marketing tools as well. The logo gallery is now housed in here. Again, this is by DBA. It's going to be every single DBA in the Coldwell Banker brand, not just the Schmidt family of companies. So you do just need to search. So if you're sitting in Florida West Coast and you type in Sunstar, this is where you can go to find your logos. Now in Michigan, we know that officially, our official DBA has a Schmidt, Realtors in it, which I'm coming up with Woodland. Let me keep scrolling through. So if you're looking for a cleaner logo that does not have the Schmidt, Realtors in it, then you can reach out to the marketing group and they can provide that to you. They've recreated our logos without that, but they should be in here. We just have a lot of Schmidt in here. And of course, they don't want to come up for me right now. But again, if you're looking for a logo that you can't find in the logo gallery, just reach out to the marketing group. They're super knowledgeable in all of our branding and what logo that you may need. Keep in mind the CB star, I don't know if you've noticed, the CB star is always white. So you cannot use the monogram on a colored background that would then turn the CB star blue. It needs to be white. So if you're working on a dark background, you need the monogram version. If you're working on a light background, you need the frame version. So that's kind of the differential there, but always keep in mind the CB star should always be in white per our branding requirements. There is a media gallery, so everything in here is available to be used. We have the rights for all of this in here. This is where you can go to get logos for all of our awards. So if you're working on the awards for the agents, you do have the template that you have available in Marketing Center. And CJ is actually going to be training us again on Marketing Center on 1st and 3rd in March. So look for that information to come out soon. But if you're looking for a standard logo, don't have time to go into Marketing Center to do the whole template, it is here under the media gallery here. There's also a social media tab. Again, we're in marketing still. See all of this great content. You could spend hours in here going through everything that's available. It's a great place to head if you have a little downtime. It's a great place for an agent to head if they're on floor and have a little downtime. So highly encourage you guys to let the agents know. Just spend 5 minutes and read through one of the sections. You're going to find a ton of information that you didn't even know was available. Partners and services is where our business advantage discounts are housed now. So if you click on that, you'll see the multitude of places that we get a brand discount, your agents get a discount, and sometimes some of these are used for clients as well. So if you have a client that needs a pod, there's a promo code in here that the agents can share with their clientele. You guys as staff can use these discounts, and of course, all of our agents can use these discounts as well. So you'll see if by scrolling through, you'll see all of them. And they finally put Verizon back. Verizon has been missing for so long, it's finally back. So if you have a Verizon cell phone, you can get a discount by being associated with the Coldwell Banker brand. And then the last button down here for anybody that is staff or managers, there is a recruiting section as well. So again, mention to your managers if they're working on recruiting, which we're always working on recruiting, right? We want to associate with as many amazing realtors as we can. There is a whole section on recruiting here. So again, if you're lost, not sure where to go ahead and click desk. So that is the major spots in desk. Upper right corner, you have your main dashboard here, and then in the left, and along with the search bar at the top, don't forget about that. Now in the help center, when we click on that, you'll see that you have a lot of different options. So usually what's new, they'll have information here. We have all of these FAQs. So if you're looking for further information on a product, it's always good to head here. Again, it's kind of hidden. It's in the little question mark, and you'll see that there's a lot of information. There's usually getting started, support, training, and if you want to know further, if you click view all, it'll give you every article that there is. So again, that's found in the help right here. So let me go ahead and go back to my dashboard and let me check my chat to see if there's any questions. I don't see any questions now, so we'll wait just a second. And if you guys have any, go ahead and type them in the chat box and or unmute. Your username for this is going to be your first dot last at coldwellbanker.com. Now, if you don't know what your password is, it's real easy. You can go to Desk. There's a forgot password. Desk is two-factored, so you will have to get a text code, but you set that number up. So it can be your cell phone, it can be your Ring Central phone, however you want it. Now, we know sometimes agents will switch phones. Maybe they get a new number. Maybe they started in real estate, not realizing they wanted a local number. Again, we can't change their two-factor number, but the help desk can. So help@coldwellbanker.com. 877-4-Coldwell. However you want to get to the help desk, they are able to update that for the agents, but we're not able to do that. Now, if an agent's asking for help and would like their password reset, us as staff can actually do that in Dash. When you go into Dash, you pull up their agent account, and in the upper right where it says actions, you can reset the password. But it's just as easy to do it from going to cbdesk.com. Click forgot password. It'll ask for your username, which again is first.last@coldwellbanker.com, and it will email you over a temporary password that will allow you to get access to the desk system. Now I say it's first.last, but of course, if you're a William and you go by Bill, it may be different. So again, when you're in Dash, if you're in there to reset their passwords, I always like to double check what their username is and let them know, because a lot of times an agent isn't really aware. You know, our onboarders sent it to them when they first joined this Coldwell Banker brand, but you know, a couple of weeks down, they may have forgotten what that was. So you can look it up for them and just verify that that is what it is. Again, anybody with those names that may be shortened, it could be different than what they're anticipating. Or if you're a Amy Smith or a John Doe and it's a common name, you may have a 1, 2, or 3 or something after that. So again, look up what the actual username is in Dash. and that will allow our agents easier access into the system. Great question. For username, it's not case sensitive. So you can type it all in lower, you can cap it if you want, it won't matter. Only passwords will matter. So for the username, like when I go in, I just do it all lowercase. It's just easier to type. So again, first.last@coldwellbanker.com. So great question. I'll pop into Dash real quick just to show you while we're waiting to see if any more questions come out. I say real quick, but it is Dash. We know it's not super fast. Now, as much as we want to push everybody to account check, of course, because that's where all of this information is fed, things like checking their user ID login for Desk and resetting their password has to be done in Dash. So again, you flip your toggle to person, start typing their name. You don't actually even have to go into edit. You can click the little paper for view. And then their brand login will be right here. So keep in mind, it could be a formal name, it could be a shortened name. If it's a common name, it could have a 1 or a 2 or something after it. If you are helping them reset their password, you can go to actions and reset password right here. Once you do that, it'll pop up a message saying, hey, we've sent a password reset to the agent. Now, agents get confused because they're like, well, that's my login, but I don't get email to there. The actual password reset is sent to whatever their business email is right here. So brand login is the secondary one here. A password reset will send it to what their business email is. That, of course, we know we put no contact, and that feeds over to Dash. So I'll go ahead and pause and wait for any further questions. Great. Well, I don't see any today. So again, highly encourage you, if you have a little bit of downtime, jump into Desk, click everywhere you want to click, find all of the great content, and highly encourage your agents to do so as well. I appreciate your time today. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye now.